welcome to another segment of the Minding My Own Purpose podcast with me, your host, Cherie Patrice. Come on in the room. Yes, this is episode 3, season 2. If you've missed the previous episodes, you can catch them at www.cheriepatrice.com and clicking the podcast button. Before we get started, I'm going to ask you to tag a creative in the comments below, and don't forget to interact with us a little bit. You'll be able to ask questions and things like that. But most importantly, I want you to share this, click like, especially my YouTubers out there. I'd like you to subscribe to that red button below. Very important. And don't forget to click like. While you're doing that, let me tell you a little bit about our podcast. This is a safe place for creative artists who have been the village behind the voices of major recording artists in the music industry. They'll share their hearts with us, their stories, and impart wisdom into those who want to pursue this path as a creative professional. Well, today we're joined by one of the most dynamic producers/artists on the indie music scene today. I have had the privilege of working with him myself, and let me tell you, he is definitely part of the village behind my voice as well as so many others. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for QBSmith.
Heard you are the best in town. Why buy the cow if the milk is for free? And I heard you are the best around. Your reputation don't do it for me. See, I ain't got time for ain't got time for oink, oink, oink. Ain't got time for move. Ain't got time for whoa. So I'm like, ooh, get the heck away from me. I'm like, ooh, get the heck away from me. And I heard you are the best. Why buy the cow if the milk is for free? I heard you are the best around. It's your reputation, it don't do it for me. See, I ain't got time for papa. Ain't got time for moo. Ain't got time for, you know what I'm talking about. Ain't got time for no woes. I'm like, ooh, get the heck away from me. I'm like, ooh, get the heck away from me. And I know you think you kinda cool, but baby, that don't mean nothing. You see, this ain't no high school, no. Them rules, they don't apply to me. I heard you was the best in town. Why buy the cow if the milk is for free? I heard you were the best around. The reputation don't mean, that reputation don't mean, that reputation don't mean to me. Let's go. No. That reputation don't do it for me.
Woo! Yes, that was awesome. QB!
Man, I'm scared to listen to that playback.
Hey, man, that was incredible. Got a little church on it now.
You know, you gotta take them there.
Little church street. A little church has been walking the streets. Oh man, so how you doing, man?
Man, I'm blessed. I'm good. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, of course.
You
Of course.
I'm just trying to mind my own purpose.
Yeah. Oh, hey! Won't he do it? See?
Yeah.
Wait. Did we are we showing off merch? I mean, did we see the cute?
Hey, you tell me.
Hey, I'm saying, like, that's what support is. That's what love is. See what I'm saying? We independent artists, we support each other. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we do.
All right. Man, so I guess for those of you all who don't know, this is QB. This is my co-producer on the projects that I've been doing for the past year, maybe since January. Deep Type, Mind My Own Purpose, Be Good. That's that guy. Wait, no, this guy over here. Yeah. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, QB Smith. So much more. Should we tell them how we met? What? Let me hear your rendition of how we met.
Oh, I love this story, of course. Okay, Bob,
Bob Newt.
Bobby Newt. I'm in the studio with him, and it's me, Bob Newt, Dirk Pate. We in the studio.
Love
And
Bob.
at the time, we was having a lot of sessions together. And I have a church, and I'm always trying to have like guests, singers from the industry, but that also stand for something and have a ministry. And I was just looking to get, those caliber artists in my church to do specials, help me out a little bit. And he couldn't do it that Sunday, but he told me, he said, look, man, I can't do it, but I got somebody for you that's so dynamic, so talented, so amazing. And we got on the phone. We kind of handled the basics, but but then when you came through. Nye came through. It was a whole vibe, and you shut my church down that day.
They was ready to have some church, okay? In a coffee and tea type of way.
You had them ready.
That was Mad Love. St. John, right?
St. John.
Yeah, St. John. That's it. And we had Lola and Blake with us, and all they can remember is it reminds them of our church, my mom's church in Chicago, which is Antioch Baptist Church. Okay. And they remember that ice cream truck. Okay. They didn't forget the ice cream truck.
Get out.
Yeah. So that was what, in 2014, 15? No. 15, yeah.
15. One of those.
Nah, it had to be 16.
Really?
So, yeah, because anyway, we moved to Texas.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm on the praise and worship team at my church. Shout out to Summit. And Pastor E and Andrea. And Daniel is on the drums.
Man.
On
the drums.
Right. So we've kind of figured out where we knew each other from.
Yeah.
And that was crazy.
He was rocking at my church. He was actually playing keys there, though. So it might have been a little.
Right. He was. Right. Yeah. Man. Okay. Wow. It's funny because I thought he played keys. I didn't know he played drums, which is crazy.
He get around.
Man. Yeah. So let's we can finish that little story later because we in here, okay? Tell us a little bit about yourself as a songwriter and a producer.
Yeah, just been out here in LA, the Los Angeles area for almost 10 years now. Really took up songwriting and composition, producing, and stuff like that. I took a big focus in that when I came out this way. I think I was doing it a lot in Austin, but I just needed to be in an area where I could kind of control my own destiny, I guess, or just, acquire some skills, be a part of some cool writing sessions, get to know this music, industry that we're in.
You got to tell me the couch story because everybody has a couch story. Don't nobody come to LA and just go right straight to an apartment. I mean, I haven't heard it yet.
I have something better than I have a floor story. What is you talking about?
Not the couch. You got the floor.
The floor. No, when I came out, I mean, obviously I was writing some songs, hitting some open mics and stuff like that. But of course, I mean, that's what make you appreciate it. That floor, that couch. Yeah, did that in Hawthorne, Englewood, Orange County, all the way to North Hollywood, back out to Long Beach. Praise the Lord. He'll bring you out of there. So
right. So you're originally from Somerville, Texas? Is that where you were born?
Born in Houston.
You were born in Houston. Okay.
In Houston, stayed there till I was like 5, 6.
And my home church, before my daddy started pastoring in Somerville, we stayed in Houston, and that was where I was.
Okay, so what made you? Because it's a huge decision to make it, to move, and I'm sure you played at church and all that stuff because your dad is pastor, right?
Correct, correct.
So, just to make that transition, what was that moment that you knew you had to go?
I was already going out to LA, spending time doing open mics, hanging out, and I was getting ready to wrap up college. And I went to school at Houston Tillotson. Shout out HT.
Hey, hey.
Come on, man.
HT. I don't know how y'all, let me just be quiet. Go ahead. I wasn't
there. But yeah, I felt it. I was gigging in the city. I was playing in a lot of different churches, and that was cool. I enjoyed it. I just knew it was something next. I knew it was something different. And I was already kind of getting in writing sessions, just out here, in Austin, kind of in country sessions.
country.
Yeah, like
I
just
did not know that about you.
just hanging out with friends. And the thing is, you don't realize you kind of producing when, you show up, you're a choir director, you're a music director, and before you know it, you telling everybody what to do up in the studio.
Right.
In a loving way, of course. But and then the engineer takes all the credit. So you're just like, hey, well, what do I need to do to like figure out this thing, and there obviously, were things that I needed to do and still working on now, so, but yeah, you got to get your hands dirty when you want to get in this song thing.
So I'm not gonna let that last little part slide when the engineer takes all the credit. You know how I am about folks getting their credit.
Well, look, you know what I'm saying. You've been educating.
Yeah, that. So for all of you, newcomers to the creative field as a professional or on your way to, credit is everything, but we've all had to pay our dues and make some sacrifices where we've given up some publishing or credit or, spent so many hours, birthdays and Christmases and holidays, and the record comes out and there's no credit. Okay. Yeah. All right, let me, I get a little flustered about my little.
That really hurts,
artists.
Creators. And, the music has already taken so many blows in the past 10 years that, when it comes down to credit, that's really kind of almost the last stand, or that's one things that we hold dear in this industry. Is like, man, credit, it does way more than a paycheck. It does way more than, it opens so many more doors when you can have those credits,
Yeah.
Also, yeah. I spent time not, I've missed out on credits and taking checks, and how this thing go. But I'm learning.
Yes, give us free. Man. So let me hear a little bit about your influences. Who'd you grow up listening to?
Stevie.
Yep.
I'm a Stevie kid a little bit.
Favorite Stevie song? Tell me.
Boogie on Me, Reggae Woman.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't know why I'm into that one. When I was a kid, I remember being very emotional, and I wasn't even really messing with music then, but I just want to say I love you. That had me feeling some type of way when I was a kid, like in the car. I don't know. So, it's mostly like whatever kind of gives me an emotional response. Ray Charles did that for me. I watch a lot of old Ray Charles concerts. It's not many of them, but, they got the Newport Beach Jazz Festival that he did. And I mean, just the way that guy run a band with his MD, and his MD is on bass, kind of like, I guess, just feeding off of his cues, his stumps, his, impressive, man. Ray Charles is a problem.
He put his whole body into it.
And I mean, like the vocal on Ray Charles is just something serious. And to step it up and make it new, Usher, just
Okay.
yeah, man, Usher got that tone, he got that sound. He attached the mic.
All right. All right, Mr. Usher. All right. So you got any jazz? I know you mentioned any jazz.
Oh yeah.
Any genres of music that you prefer?
I really like jazz. One of my favorite instruments to play is vibraphone,
Oh, I love those.
and one of my professors, Martin McCain. Shout out Martin, what's up?
Hey, hey.
He got me into
I forgot I wasn't there. I'm sorry. I
singing.
like music teachers though.
Oh, they killers.
Shout
They
out to mine, Miss
they
Soshnik.
that you don't know that you'll really need like until like years later. You're like, whoa. So a lot of my lessons are like coming back to me now. Dr. Quinlan, Dr. McCain, Javier Stucar, all of it. Dr. Berman. But he gave me Milt Jackson, Lionel Hampton, and he also gave me a new cat named Stephon Harris. And these are all like just, dynamic vibraphone players. And what I like about that instrument is it's percussive, yet you're playing with sticks, but you're playing melodies. So, it's just the best of both worlds to me. I really like rhythm, but I love melody. And it's my instrument.
All right. All right. All right. So what I was going to ask you how long you've been playing in church, but did you want to go in a little bit about gospel music?
Oh yeah, of course. I love gospel. I mean, I grew up on it. Kirk is one of my go-tos. I feel like he does no wrong.
He's awesome.
I love, I love the way he seamlessly puts it together. And sometimes you don't know if you're listening to gospel. You just listen to something very inspiring, something that just makes you feel good. And, by the end of the song, you're like, wow, that was the word of God right there.
Wow.
I think that's his way of capturing a broad audience.
Okay. So you've been playing in church for how long?
Professionally, since I was 19. I kind of played a little bit in church, in high school, but I was mostly playing like drums and stuff like that in my high school band. So I had piano experience and, I knew scales and things like that. But, I wasn't really playing like, I was just kind of poking around on the keys. I could play a couple hymns here and there. When I went to college and started gigging and taking gigs at churches, I realized I didn't know what I was really doing. And so it took me a little minute. I had to get on the learning curve and, get my language up. And yeah.
All right. I always have this question for artists, or particularly for you. When did you discover that you could sing?
That's a really good question, Sheree.
Mm-hmm.
It hit me kind of in different points. I knew I could sing. As a kid, I didn't think I could sing. I didn't think like I could sing like on a professional level, like get paid for it or like that. And that was in large part because of my family. Everybody in my family could sing, and so
Hey, fam.
yeah, it was just about like, okay, well, everybody sound good. I'll just play the keys or I'll play the drums or, I had no problem with that. And I started doing more gigs in Austin. And I started playing with Soul Kitchen, played with another group called In the Pink. And I would write a lot of the songs. And, you sing a couple hooks here and there, you sing a couple verses, and people are like, hey, man, sing more, like you should be the front person for this band. And I'm like, okay, well, and I think choir directing kind of forced me to sing each parts and stuff like that. So before I knew it, I was, being reluctant at first, But then it just turned into, okay, Q, sing. You can kind of sing, bro. So go ahead and get that out, and then you start to like really hear yourself once you start recording. And I think that was another level of hearing myself, hearing my voice, not just in a live setting, but okay, cool. I just went to the studio, did a song, and now I'm hearing myself record it back and listening to the playback and, able to grow off that, make edits,
Right.
change things. So.
Yeah, that's crazy because my first experience, when you see a producer or coming into LA and things like that, I don't look at them as singers, right? They're producers. They sing a little bit.
Right.
But I had worked with like several of these guys, and they put a group together, and I was like, wait a minute, ain't nobody told me nothing that these people, because I'm talking about the Soul Seekers.
Oh, producers be out
Yeah,
here.
I mean, killing it, running the whole thing. I'm like,
Them
when
niggas
did you start singing? Nobody told me nothing. I
sing
can't. Wow. Yeah. So shout out to the Soul Seekers.
all of them. Yeah, we doing they songs with my male chorus.
A quartet. Yeah, that was great. That was funny because they used to always like kind of play around in rehearsals and stuff. When I was on tour with different ones,
Sounding good.
and they be playing around with the quartet. And then they put a group together. So I was like, okay, wow, everybody's on point. We need that next album, y'all. All right, so I want to talk about the dynamic between the generations and the eras of music.
Ooh.
And how we kind of came together. I wanted to ask you what are some of your experiences that you've had working with different people from different eras. I know that you've worked with people that's a little older than me, people that you work with that are my age, people that you work with that's your age.
Yeah.
And today, like today's kids. What's that like for you?
It's different, but what I like about it is it keeps my ear fresh and it kind of keeps me like just in a certain place of being collaborative, being open, and kind of listening. Um, I'll start with the older crowd. Uh, a lot of times when I'm working with them, they've already had experience in the studio. Years of experience, so they kind of know how they want to do things.
Mm-hmm.
They come in usually open, and they know, okay, well, I'm working with a younger guy. He might ask me to sing it like this. He might ask me to do this, to change this line, rearrange this. I'm usually just trying to listen, but you kind of put me on something. I try to press, but not push.
Oh, press, not push. That's my phrase. Okay.
For like, whatever I think I might be looking for, because, the job might be, hey, look, this might be a classic song and we don't need to do nothing but make it what it is. But if I'm there to kind of like, maybe speed up some vocals a little bit, maybe tune something here or there, like do something that might not be traditional, then it's just that balance of like, making sure I don't lose any integrity of the music, but still offer them something that's fresh. If I have something to give. Okay, like your age,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like really close to me in my mind. Kind of I feel like a older soul. So with me and you, it's more like,
And you are.
yeah, with me and you, me and you just be talking about like, techniques or, how do we want to attack this vocal? Is this just going to be like a single solo thing? Are we bringing in backgrounds? How hot are the backgrounds going to be? How prominent do they really need to be in this type of song? The younger kids, I have to really, I have to really be patient. And it's crazy because I feel like I'm one generation removed from that.
Right.
Music has changed dramatically a lot in the last, it changes all the time. I wish I knew every time I felt like the sonic changes. But these kids know what they want to hear. That's
yeah.
they know what they're looking for. So back to what I said earlier, it's really just a lot of listening and then just kind of doing the things that I know I do at a good level, at a high level, and just offering that to them. I had some young kids in earlier this week, and rapper was dope. The beat maker was dope. Everybody had good ideas, but my biggest question was, "Hey, y'all, what's the hook? What's the hook?" And so sometimes I'll mess around and feel old, but I don't know. It's just a balance, I guess.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't know if I thoroughly answered that question, but
Yeah, I just want to know your experiences. I like how we came together to work. It was you actually released an album, Hymns, which we're going to hear a little bit more from. Yeah,
yeah,
and the first song was I Heard, spelled HURD. Okay, you heard. Anyway, yeah, you had released that, and you actually invited me to come and perform with you, and so we were there with Somewhat Love. So we have some clips and some pictures from that we'll share with you guys.
like somewhere on the album.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yep. hmm And so we got together, and I think you started playing. We were at Sam's. You started playing Deep Type,
uh,
right? And we did like a scratch little demo, and I didn't have the hook.
you did.
Normally I come up with the hook first, but I didn't have the hook, which was crazy. We wrote two verses, no hook. But before you got on the plane, I had the hook. No, before I got home, I had the hook.
Like your voice
We
note.
got that deep type love. Okay, anyway.
Hey,
Yes. Yeah, so from there, it was a match. We kept it moving. And
Yeah.
here we are. I wanted everybody to meet you. But there's been some life changes during this time. So why don't you tell us a little bit about those life changes?
Well, oh yes. Well, 2020 has been quite the year.
Oh my gosh. What?
I just I got married at the top of the year to my best friend.
What date was that? What date was that?
That was February 15th.
Yes. We
February.
share the same wedding anniversary. Yay. There's Kenzie.
There she go.
Beautiful. Beautiful. It was a beautiful day.
And we just had our first son, Quentin Brooks Smith.
Super
And
cute.
I'm just a proud dad. I can't. There's nothing else to say.
Yeah. Life changes and you got to change. You got to move with it. You got to move with it. And you're doing a great job. You guys are doing a wonderful job. And I think Nye and I, we attended your wedding, and we actually were celebrating our anniversary as well. So I thought that you did an amazing job. The song that you wrote for your wife was so beautiful. So, I asked you if you could play a little bit of that.
Oh yeah.
Just a little bit for us. Let the people hear it. What's the name of it?
What did I call that? I don't even know if I titled it. I just
It's beautiful.
started lyrics and just started singing.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yay.
You're simply amazing, and I just adore you. Yeah, nothing compares to. God must have chose you for me, for me. You're just simply amazing, and I just adore must have chose you for me. For me.
Man, that is so beautiful. You need to record that, Q. And then name.
Yeah, we gonna get that one.
What about For Me?
What's that?
What about For Me?
For me?
For me, because you keep saying For Me.
For me. That should be called For Me.
The name of the
For
song.
me. For me. Yeah, I like that.
Or Chose You.
Yeah, something like that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Why did
Wow.
I started trying to find For Me.
Yeah.
For me.
That was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Thank you.
So, you know, I didn't ask you who you had a chance to work with.
Oh, which one? Let me see. Let me just go on back. I started older, right? Monifa.
Monifa. Cool. Who else?
New Edition.
It is love.
BBB.
What do I feel? I'm sorry, I'm just a kid. That's one of my favorite groups. My favorite groups.
Oh my
Shout out
God.
to Ricky.
Shout out to Big Bro. He put me on a lot of things. And
He's so cool.
Elijah J.
Awesome.
Xavier. August Alsina.
Cool.
Cherie Patrice.
Oh.
Right. Jayla Sims.
Jayla.
Alana Lindsay, Sunwell Love.
Awesome.
Adi Bag Jones. Alicia Alani, that's an Austin native.
We haven't met yet, but she's doing her thing out here. Putting it down too.
Out there doing her thing. Shout out Alicia.
Yep. Shout out.
Yeah. So a handful, probably more that I'm just not saying right now. I don't know why.
Cool. Well, you know, we miss you over here in the Austin scene. It's funny, we just switched states.
We really did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, we were actually trying to work together before I left. I remember that. So it must have been 2015 that I came to sing at your church. And then from there, we moved in 2017 to Austin, Texas. So I think between that, we were trying to get together.
And get lined up. I think I'm coming down for the festival. And then I remember us getting back on the phone.
Yeah.
And I think we was kind of really ironing it out then.
Yep. I love it. Yep. So, well, do you have anything else you want to play for us before you go?
Yeah. I want you guys to hear my song "By Love." I think you'll like that.
I love By Love.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for QBSmith performing By Love.
Yeah. Cause everybody got a price to pay. Closed mouth won't get a play. Everybody got a move to make. One life, gotta choose your fate. Everybody got a price to pay. Closed mouth won't get a play. No, everybody got a move to make. Come on. One life, gotta choose your fate. Hey. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Can't buy love, oh no. Can't buy love, oh no, no. You can't buy love, no. Yeah. Can't buy love, you can't buy love, no. Is everybody got a price to pay? Close my won't get a play. Everybody got a move to make. One life, gotta choose your fate. Everybody got a price to pay. Close my won't get a play. No, everybody got a move to make. One life, baby, one life. Oh no, oh no. Oh no, oh no, no, hey. Oh no, oh no. Can't buy love, can't buy love, no, no. Everybody got a price to pay. Close mouth won't get a play. Everybody got a move to make. One life, gotta choose your fate. Everybody got a price to pay. Closed mouth won't get a play, no. Everybody got a move to make. One life, gotta choose your fate. Yeah.
Woo! Yay!
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
You have a video to that, don't you?
Yes, I do. I do. That was my first single to him.
Yeah. We're gonna play a little bit of that.
Watch out. Don't play that.
I have a question for you. If you could work with if you could be a fly on the wall with any producer, who would that be?
For real.
That is me too. That's one of the people I want to work with. Wow. Okay.
Just know how to be in a room. To me, in my opinion, he just know how to be in a room. It don't matter what he's kind of delivering to the song. You know, he might make the beat. He might just do the rap. He might just write the lyrics. He might
put the harmonies in. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, some people just got that touch.
Yeah, that is definitely one of mine and Robert Glasper. And of course, I have my favorite from old school. For me, is Keith, and then for the new school, ta-da-da-da-da-da, you.
Yeah.
Yep. What about your dream artist? You got to think about that one.
Yeah, because I like voices.
Okay.
I'm such a fan of voices. I mean, Usher, Beyonce.
Okay.
Like marksman.
All right. Well, that's always good to know. And I think you need to tell me, QB.
You're sweating and we're not.
All right.
Giving the people some juice.
You are the most sweatingest person. I don't even know if that's a word. But first of all, I went to see you perform. And I was like, oh, I ain't really giving it my all because this brother over here, when I opened up for you,
Man, you got to bring it like that.
Oh my
Well,
goodness. That concert was so good. I think we have a couple of clips from that too.
oh, from the show?
Mm-hmm. We're gonna
Ah,
show that too.
oh my goodness. I love it.
Take a look right here. I heard you mention earlier you were talking about 2020. Go on and tell me a little bit how it's been for you. How have you been coping during this pandemic?
Ooh.
Woo!
You see, I had to do that for 2020. Um,
I
to be,
was there for some of it.
don't be honest. I worked a lot.
Right?
I worked more than I guess I expected to. When they shut it down, I thought that meant no, no, no. But I'm telling you, these independent musicians, they creative. We do art concerts, we doing live streams. I mean, come on, y'all. Look at this.
Yeah,
Um,
right?
so even though things are different, shout out to the independent musicians because
Woohoo!
they've been creating avenues and for themselves.
Yeah.
This is just another avenue. I think it's really hurting a lot of the industry
Yeah, for sure.
because you can't invest in nobody's big concert. You can't make it bigger.
No.
So somebody doing a backyard concert, that's exactly what it is. So labels or different entities or whatever they use for marketing. That would I guess sponsor some of these stages, some of these festivals, some of the bigger events. They don't have that type of access anymore because we're not doing things to that magnitude, and it seems to be kind of like in a comfortable number to where like the independent artist is like saying, okay, well, I'm gonna do my backyard, or I'm gonna collaborate with a couple other singers. I just did a concert last week of three incredible singers. They did
Wow.
a town set, did some originals. I featured on it, and it was in a backyard. I'm talking, admission at the at the
At
door,
the door.
and I was like, okay, we doing it up in here,
That's
like,
right.
yeah. So shout out.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna laugh because I keep looking at my back porch. I have a patio and it's up high. I'm like, we're gonna have us a backyard bash back here.
Something,
We
something.
already got Mr. Brown already done put the lights up outside. I keep saying I'm gonna do it. I'm going to do it. I guess that's what I should say. But anyway, I I wanted to talk a little bit more about our collaboration and the experience that I had. I know that you touched a little bit on it, but I intentionally wanted to work with um, someone that I had never worked with before, and you know, I'm used to kind of going in cycles, if you will. It's kind of hard to break away from what you're used to, and so I think with you, I was able to do that, and this. Our collaboration was great because I think it was equal respect, two different eras, but a lot of respect. And I thought we learned a lot from each other.
Yeah.
We gave each other room and we processed. We didn't rush anything. So that was great. You gave me room to do a beat or two, or I hear it like this, or we were truly co-producing,
Yeah.
and even like the bass, was like go play what you hear. And
Yeah.
then you kind of take it and spin it, or just whatever it was. It was just a great experience. No egos in the room, just all love, and we basically took our time, and I call it listening and following. Just stay with what felt good and not do too much. So I appreciate you, man.
Oh, likewise. I just want to say, we've all worn different hats in the studio, and I've been to the studio and just maybe been like a songwriter or just there to kind of listen. And sometimes you have something to offer the record, and it's ideas, and just production tips or whatever the case may be. That place should feel safe for those ideas, for those, hey, let's try this or let's try that. Because when we don't say that, when the songwriter doesn't say that in the session, it, they're losing attachment to it because their ideas aren't necessarily being accepted, and it's cool sometimes. It goes a number of ways, but I just think, that should be the idea. Everybody should just be collaborating. It gotta, people say this very loosely, but it's true. It really gotta be good vibes. It gotta
Good
be
vibes. So important.
when we all here trying to get to the same, you know, we're trying to get to the same unknown.
Right.
We don't know what we're doing. We don't know where we're going, but we're trying to get there together. So at some point, we have to trust. I gotta trust you to drive while I'm asleep.
Exactly. Remember when we started Deep Type and it was already a set track, but I was like, let's scratch it and start over from piano. He was like, what? What do you mean?
Right. I was like,
I couldn't really see that you were like, what is this lady talking about? But
yeah,
it worked. You told me afterwards.
it totally was. Totally
It worked.
It was such a great call, just because, that was when we had started that demo. And once you had got out here, you know, just in a different space, it was like, yo, let's cook this up.
Yep. Done. So, with that being said, we wrote Mind My Own Purpose because I saw the brother on his Instagram playing this thing here. I think we have a clip of that too. But wait, we got the real thing. Play it. What were you playing on Instagram? And I was like, I gotta have that. Go play it.
I don't even know play it like that. Something like
Minding my own purpose. Yep. So this is who I wrote Minding My Own this way, right? This over here, my boy over here. That's who I wrote Minding My Own Purpose with. And we brought some other people in and finished the collab. Shout out to Sunwo Love, Derek Swole Ray, Eric Walls, and of course Mr. Blake Brown, who's my son, got vocals on that. Yep. So Refuge. I like to shout everybody out, because it's a fam.
It really
you know what I mean? Yep. So with that being said, just so y'all know, when you support my artistry, you're also contributing to the team as well. So, don't forget to purchase these singles. Okay. And speaking of singles, before I do that, you got to tell me how you're minding your purpose.
How am I minding my own purpose?
Your own. Correct me on my own hashtag. How are you minding your own purpose, QB?
You know what? Just trying to be consistent. I have personal goals, personal deadlines, and I have to constantly remind myself to mind my own purpose when those goals and those deadlines aren't met. Whether I'm working on somebody else's purpose or just neglecting the time that I have for myself, Um, you know, so yeah, really just trying to be consistent.
So it's more like a check for you to get to it
It's more like a check.
and
It's more
stay with it. Stay
like
focused.
finding my own purpose. I think I instantly ask myself, "Are you?" You
Right. Exactly. Me too.
like it's a good song because it puts you in that place. Like it's a reflection song.
Yeah. Yep. So, any future projects for you?
Yes, yes. My album Hymns. I
Love
released
that.
it last year, but I released it digitally. Um, so I'm in a process of remixing some things, kind of sweetening some things up, just approaching it a certain way because I'm trying to prepare for a vinyl.
Nice.
And so I'll be releasing vinyls late this fall, depending on the production. I don't know how quick they'll be able to print them, but depending on the production, either late this fall or early in January,
Okay.
early 2021. So I'm really excited about that. Um, been talking to different people in the city about a vinyl release event. So, for my Long Beach people, for my LA people, um, yeah, it'll be something out here really cool. Stay tuned for that.
I will. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about hymns. What is it? What does it mean to you? Because when you hear hymns, you think of like hymns and
Right,
gospel.
right, exactly. That's a good question. I answered this on another show, and I wish I'd have answered it better. Hymns, to me, were always considered like foundation.
Mm,
Considered like and that's it. If I'm looking at it musically, that's what the old people would tell you as a young musician: learn your hymns,
right.
and not looking at it musically and just thinking about it as far as life, some of those lyrics are just starting to really get into my mind. You know how you've been singing these hymns forever, but the lyrics might finally hit you one day?
Exactly. Exactly.
Wind peace like a river. Like when you start thinking about the different lyrics, um, uh, my sister was singing a song, Because He Lives, I Can Face Tomorrow.
Hmm.
Because He lives, all fear is gone. Because I know He holds the future. And life is worth living just because
Because he lives.
I've been singing that.
Right.
But you go back and you sing that and you're like, whoa, these are the keys to life. This is foundation. And I I named my album Hymns because I've been out here writing songs, producing songs, working with different artists, and didn't really have uh, didn't really have songs for myself.
Mm.
You know, more like ideas that I just kind of put away and just never really focused on. So once I kind of made the decision to start working on myself as an artist, um, I knew these would be my hymns. So
Awesome. Awesome. I love how you said it took a different meaning. I had my grandmother, she was 103,
um,
and she was at this time bedridden, and she would just always, I would hear her singing. I was coming up the steps. What a friend we have in Jesus. And she wasn't like the greatest singer, you know what I mean? But she sang that thing from her soul. And I think that there were times that she did feel lonely, you know what I mean? And so she would, that was her friend. Jesus was her friend. I was like, wow. So if I hear it today and I start singing it,
I,
it almost makes me cry, you know what I mean?
mhm.
Because he's a friend, you know. So those words are cool. So tell me your favorite tune on the hymns.
My favorite tune right now, and I think it's only because I'm preparing to shoot a video to it, is called Money Chica.
Oh, I like, what did she, I'm sorry.
Money Chica is a
Yeah, that's a cool song. I can't really go in on the thing. Wait, I can't hear you. What you say?
Oh, I like it. It's live, it's raw, and the way we created it. I remember it was after South by Southwest. I was kind of hanging out with a buddy. He's a drummer, and we was hooking up his drums, and he had a bunch of synthesizers in the studio too. And I had my recording rig with me, so I just I was having so much fun. That might have been like the fourth idea that we made. And when I took it back to LA, I dug into it like a couple months later and was like, yo, this is fire. So I just started writing more lyrics to it, editing, and took it back to Austin to get it mixed. Yeah. I actually had another guy, Lance Lane. He dropped some sample kicks on there because everything was live. And he was like, bro, like, this is good, but I want to, we need to put some sample kicks in it. And I was like, I don't know about that because it already sounds good. But he put some kicks in there and it kind of helped.
Right. You have a video to that one too, right?
No.
Money Chica?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to shoot a video to Money Chica.
Oh, that's okay. I think I saw a video.
It's gonna be a vibe.
Silver Wings?
The Silver Wings.
Be a Silver Wings. Sorry. I like that one.
Walk in a room, everybody like, whoa. Yeah. And it won't be long before I hit that floor. Two-step. I'ma shoot my shot, baby, don't say no. Girl, I like your vibe and I dig your flow. Oh, yeah. Say I really wanna dance with you, babe.
Look. Yeah, people need to go and check it out. You know what? Don't even wait. Just wait for the vinyls. Because that vinyl gonna sound crazy.
Well, I was gonna send them to band camp.
Oh yeah.
You don't want them to go see you at band. You don't want them to come for you and come see you over there.
Band camp, buy that thing.
Okay, come on. We'll put the link on there for the people to go support my boy Q. His music. It's of course www.qbsmithbandcamp.com/album/hymns. I'll go over there and support him. And Q, you have been amazing.
Oh my God.
I want to also let the people know y'all know how I am about my artists. I believe in tips. See what I'm saying? So if y'all want to, send him a little blessing. So, there's his Cash App and his Venmo. Make sure you're following him on all social media platforms. And he is available on Bandcamp, or are you on all digital platforms?
Bandcamp.
Bandcamp. All right.
With the digital stuff. So.
Come on. That's a whole nother workshop. Don't get me started. So, yes, go on over to Bandcamp if you want to hear more from him, and go over to Instagram, hit him up, follow him, and like and share. Also, don't forget to subscribe again to the YouTube channel. Go on and hit the red button down there and like and subscribe. All right. I really enjoyed you, Q. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. And I can't wait to finish up what's next with you.
Thanks.
And hear your stuff too.
Thank you for having me, sis. I really appreciate it.
Hey, mad love.
Yeah.
All right. So tune in next week, y'all, for episode 4. And I'm not going to tell you who it is. You got to wait and see. All right. Until then, go and mind your own purpose. Thank you for hanging out with me today.